Hey everybody, welcome back to No Jumper News. It's Adam22 here with your main AD. Let's get right into these stories.
First story. On Sunday, Antonio Brown's NFL career took another unconventional turn when the wide receiver walked off the field during his team's game at MetLife Stadium. AB removed his uniform and pads with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, trailed the New York Jets 24-10 the third quarter before walking off the field shirtless. He tossed his gloves and his shirt in the stands and waved to the fans as he jogged through the end zone and into the tunnel. After AB bailed on the Bucs, quarterback Tom Brady helped lead the team's comeback. Just minutes after AB threw his jersey and pads and proceeded to quit on the Buccaneers in the middle of their game against the Jets, OJ took to Twitter to blast a wide receiver.
For what Tom Brady has done for Antonio Brown, for him to pull what he pulled today is completely inexcusable. Playoffs are coming up, and you pull this crap on a guy who really went out on a limb for you. It's totally BS. Inexcusable. Take care.
While the reason for Brown's premature exit is not apparent, many reports have noted Buccaneers head coach Bruce Arians had asked the receiver to go into the game, and AB refused. Ian Rappaport of NFL Network reported AB, who has been limited in practice and missed several weeks with an ankle injury, argued with the Bruce Arians and the Bucs offensive staff over his health. What he told the staff, from what I understand, is that he's not going into the game because in his mind, he did not feel he was healthy. Rappaport said the responses then formed from the offensive coaches and from Bruce Arians was, if you're not going to go into the game when we tell you to go into the game, then you cannot be here. At that point, that threw him off the sidelines and then cut him from the team. After Sunday's win over the Jets, Bruce Arians confirmed Antonio Brown was off the team. He is no longer a Buck, Arians said. All right, that's the end of the story. Let's talk about the guys who went out there and won the game. Shortly after AB posted a picture of himself to social media with the caption, Super Gremlin. Kodak Black is also defending the 33-year-old athlete, theorizing why he may have dramatically walked off the field. Don't be quick to shun AB. Ain't nobody finna just do that for no apparent reason, tweak yak, following the incident. Gotta be some shit we don't know about. And clearly fan has some fines to pay, and them people wasn't trying to put him in the game so he can earn them bonuses. Of course a nigga gonna get frustrated. After the game, Tom Brady took the lead and asked for empathy for AB's mental well-being. I think everybody should hopefully do what they can to help him in ways he really needs, Brady said. We all love him. We care about him deeply. We want to see him be at his best, and unfortunately, it won't be with our team. I think everyone should be very compassionate and empathetic towards some of the very difficult things that are happening. Following being cut from the team, AB thanked the Bucs for the opportunity and released his new song, Pit Not the Palace, seemingly placing a renewed focus on his rap career.
So AD, you know a little bit more about football than me. Help explain this to me. No, you're not a big fan. Antonio Brown, though, like, what do you know about him that gives you some sort of impression of why he might have walked off the field like this?
I mean, people look at him as very erratic in the NFL. I know, like, when he was playing before, you know, they shunned him. He was done. Tom Brady, he basically let him live with him. He helped him get back to where he needed to be. He, you know what I'm saying, they won the fucking Super Bowl and shit, you know what I'm saying? He was doing his thing. His rapping ain't bad either.
Really?
It ain't bad.
If he can coexist with Tom Brady, that makes me feel like he might not be that crazy.
I don't think that he's crazy. I think that he's misunderstood. And who knows what really happened. Like, for somebody to dramatically just quit like that, I don't fucking know. Like, I don't think that he's crazy or anything like that. People always do that. They quick to paint you as crazy.
I mean, walking away from millions of dollars to a lot of people like that in that situation pretty much makes you crazy. Now, we don't know.
Not really.
He's probably got many, many millions of dollars, but I mean, something could have happened. Like, who knows how disrespected he might have felt. You know how much money Dave Chappelle walked away from? Right. To make his show? Like, money ain't everything. So the fact that somebody could do that, and I mean, honestly, this is going to be an iconic moment forever. Like, just that picture of him. It's funny, too. I seen a meme. They was like, this is how 2022 is starting already. You know what I'm saying? They got him like this. Fuck this job. Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about football, but I was amazed. I loved it. How does OJ get the right to talk about this?
Because OJ Simpson is a legendary sports player, so he's looking at it from the fucking game. Right. You didn't know OJ Simpson played football, right?
No, I didn't know.
Juice is loose, right?
I know juice is loose. But I mean, I just couldn't believe that OJ felt like anytime OJ gets to try to be the moral authority on anything is pretty amazing, because it's like, well, you did beat two bodies. Maybe you should just sit down and chill out. Next story. Patton Oswalt defended his decision to perform with fellow stand-up and friend Dave Chappelle on New Year's Eve. In a post on Instagram, Patton Oswalt shared that he was conducting his last show of 2021 at a venue in Seattle when he got a text from Dave Chappelle.
They were performing next door, so Chappelle invited them to come do a drop-in set. Why not? I waved goodbye to this hell year with a genius I started comedy with 34 years ago, Oswalt wrote. He works an arena like he's talking to one person and charmed their skin off. Anyway, I ended the year with a real friend and a deep laugh. I can't ask for much more. Patton Oswalt's fans were conflicted over his kind words towards Chappelle, given that he faced backlash over comments he recently made in his comedy special, The Closer. After the attention that his New York Eve post received, Oswalt shared another post on New Year's Day addressing the situation. In his new post, he noted that he and Chappelle 100% disagree about transgender rights and representation. However, he said that he does not believe his friend's views on the matter are permanent. I saw a friend that I hadn't seen in a long time this New Year's Eve. We've known each other since we were teens. He's a fellow comedian, the funniest I've ever met, Patton Oswalt began his latest post. I wanted to post a pic and an IG story about it, so I did. The friend is Dave Chappelle. 34 years later, we've been friends. He added, he's refocused and refined ideas a lot of us took as settled about race and history and life on planet Earth and spun them around with a phrase or a punchline. We've done bad and good gigs, open mics, and TV tapings. After defending his longtime friendship with Chappelle, Oswalt tried to put the controversy he's facing in context and explained why he won't cancel him from his life. We also 100% disagree about transgender rights and representation. I support trans people's rights, anyone's rights to live safely in the world as their fullest selves. For all the things he's helped me evolve on, I've always disagreed with where he stands now on transgender issues. But I also don't believe that a seeker like him is done evolving and learning. You know someone that long, you see the struggles and changes, it's impossible to cut them off. The 52-year-old stand-up performer went on to discuss cancel culture in general, revealing that he's cut friends out of his life with whom he couldn't agree, and now he wonders if that negative reception only made them dig their heels in more and double down on bad decisions. I'm an LGBTQ ally. I'm a loyal friend. There's a friction in these traits that I need to reconcile myself and not let cause feels of betrayal in anyone else. And I'm sorry, truly sorry that I didn't consider the hurt that this would cause, he concluded, or the depth of that hurt. I've been messaged a lot on IG today, and the back and forth has really helped guide me in the writing of this. So when I saw this pop up today, I was pretty amazed by the cowardice displayed here. You know, he made this sort of sentimental post talking about how he had shared a friendship with Dave Chappelle for 35 years. And then, you know, and it felt very real. It's like, okay, that's cool that you had this experience and everything. And then just from people on Instagram or Twitter trying to convince him that Dave Chappelle is this terrible transphobic monster, he actually backpedaled and did all but apologize for having this friendship. I mean, I was just absolutely taken aback by how cowardly this was, and the fact that he's actually acting like Dave Chappelle is like a hateful person, or that Dave Chappelle really has damaged the lives of all these trans people. Like, at a certain point in today's modern world, you need to accept that at some point, somebody is going to tell you that somebody that you love is a fucking monster, and you're going to have
They tell me that about you.
I believe it. They tell me about it. Listen, the shit the blood say about you, same thing. But at a certain point, you're going to have to actually stand up for yourself and realize that you believe in the person that you're with. Because Dave Chappelle, I mean, I've watched The Closer. I've read all the commentary afterwards. The idea that Dave Chappelle hates trans people, I mean, I never got any of that impression at all from watching that special. I think it's absolutely ridiculous.
And if you watch The Closer, he said one of his closest friends was a transgender woman. Right. You know what I mean? People take all that shit out of context, and you know, people shouldn't be swayed by comments or backlash from other people and shit like that. Like, if we gave a fuck about everything that we read about ourselves, we probably jump off a fucking cliff.
And the thing is that Patton Oswalt has failed the test of being a good friend, and he's failed the test of being a supportive comedian. As a comedian who makes offensive jokes, and I saw a bunch of jokes on Twitter earlier today that were about trans people by him earlier in his life. And it's like, if you consider yourself a comedian, you owe it to other comedians to stand up for them when they're trying to get canceled by the mob, especially when it's someone you've been friends with for 35 fucking years. So Patton Oswalt, you officially won Pussy of the Day. YouTube, if you enjoyed this, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll be back real soon. Appreciate y'all.